News 12 on your side, breaking news.
A body found in a flipped car in Keg Creek in Appling yesterday may not be the only one. A day later, a dive team is out looking for a second body. Good afternoon, I'm Danielle Hughes. Less than 2 hours ago, investigators also identified the first person found as Shaquille Watkins from Crawford, Georgia in Oglethorpe County. News 12's Alma McCarty is live from today's search for possibly a second victim. Now, Alma, what do we know so far about this search, and do we have any new updates?
Danielle, the divers actually have just arrived right now. They are from the Columbia County EMA volunteer dive team, and they are actually at the end of this unfinished bridge. They've suited up, and I think they're ready to dive in the next couple of minutes. They will be searching behind me here for a possible second body. Investigators say the second person could have been the owner of a car that plunged off the unfinished bridge yesterday morning. Tucker tells me the divers left around 10 from Wildwood boat ramp and got to Wildwood Park and are arriving now. They will continue the search from the edge of this unfinished bridge at Keg Creek. News 12 will continue to keep you updated on air and online for this search this afternoon. Live in Appling, Alma McCarty, News 12.
Thanks so much for that, Alma. Early yesterday morning, a dive team recovered the body of Shaquille Watkins. They say his body was in a car that was flipped upside down in the creek with the roof crushed in and the windows down. Investigators are still working to find out exactly how that car got in the water.
Well, a lot of you sweating it out as of right now. Had a lot of cloud cover really to start the day off, and sunshine has been breaking out even more. From Augusta and westward, all dry, but we've hung on to some rain since early this morning, and it kind of wanted to spread a little bit closer into the metro. From Aiken County's perspective, we're just around SRS, we're finding some showers, but mainly along the most easternmost counties, Allendale, Jenkins County, Screven, even Barnwell, and also Bamberg County getting on in some, at times, maybe heavy downpours. There's been a little lightning associated with this. Nothing severe, but in and around south and southwestern Aiken counties, right along the Savannah River, we're finding some rainfall. In the metro, bone dry at this point. Now, humidity values extremely high. Dew points in the 70s, only mid-80s, but still a very muggy feel outside. Winds are calm. We kind of look along the coast, mainly along the east coast, Georgia, North South Carolina to Florida is where we find most of the moisture here. Anywhere west on 20 going back from Atlanta, not going to find much at all. In fact, really expected to be from here and areas west dry the rest of the day. A few showers kind of off to the east, but middle 90s, 96 to 93 heading on into 7 o'clock. And only to watch the mercury rise even more as we move through midweek. We'll have full details coming up shortly. Danielle.
Thanks, Tim. New this midday from the crime team, a man convicted in 2010 for assault, attempted rape, kidnapping, and multiple other charges is back in the courtroom for a new trial. Roger Bettis is waiting on his trial to start right now after a judge ruled last year he should get a new one. The court says he should have been allowed to represent himself in court. He was originally found guilty for choking and beating a 63-year-old at Georgia Regents Medical Center. Bettis had only been out of prison for 2 days when the attack happened. A big vote expected today that could affect how much money a company that provides abortions gets from the government. It comes after a video was released by a group against Planned Parenthood last month. It showed employees allegedly negotiating the sale of aborted fetuses' organs for profit. Georgia Senators David Perdue and Johnny Isakson are two of those who are supporting the bill. South Carolina Senator Tim Scott is also backing it. Planned Parenthood support says the clinic is much more than just an abortion service. An update now, a manhunt underway right now trying to find the man responsible for gunning down an officer during a drug deal in Memphis. Police say they are looking for Tremaine Wilborn, who they say was just released from prison after serving time for a robbery. Deputies say he shot Officer Sean Bolton after he was stopped for parking illegally on Saturday.
When you look at this individual, you're looking at a coward. He's a coward. You gun down, you murder a police officer for less than 2 grams of marijuana.
Armstrong says the officer and Wilborn got into a fight before he fired at Bolton, hitting him multiple times. Wilborn is facing murder charges and is considered armed and dangerous. Some big plans could get the final stamp of approval today to help make way for Project Jackson. North Augusta city leaders are expected to vote today on the final rezoning plans that will make traffic flow better once the new stadium is up. But construction is still at least a few months away. Groundbreaking isn't supposed to start until late fall. Tonight on News 12 at 11 o'clock, we will let you know how the City Council's vote on the third and final reading. From Education Team 12, a reminder for Richmond and Columbia County parents. Get a chance to meet who will be teaching your child today. Open house for Richmond County Middle School students is from 4 until 6 today, and for high school students, 6 until 8. Columbia County Elementary Schools will have their open house from 6 to 8. We have the full list on our website. That's WRDW.com. And people driving through Columbia County could see buses on the road, but don't worry. School isn't in session just yet. Bus drivers are back out on the roads today testing out routes. They will be out through the afternoon to make sure everything is safe and efficient for the first day of school on Wednesday. And a reminder for all of you parents and students, just a few days away from hitting the books. We have all the information about your school district on our website, WRDW.com. Just click the Back to School page. And we would love to see all of your back to school photos. So if you're dropping off your child for the first day, feel free to snap a picture and send it to us online using the hashtag #BackToSchool12. From the crime team, Richmond County deputies are still trying to figure out who fired a shot into a man's car, hitting him twice. It happened on South Bel Air Road after what deputies thought was a drug deal that went south. Orrin Lott was shot in the neck and thigh outside of the Ridgecross Apartments Saturday night. Lott was taken to the hospital but is expected to be okay. From the Augusta Commission, you have another chance to weigh in on how you want your tax money to be used. Commissioners are hosting a SPLOST 7 public meeting. They will let you know where they are thinking about using money, and you can give them some of your own input. The meeting is at the Richmond County Government Center from 6 to 8 tomorrow. A man accused of inappropriately touching an 8-year-old in Walmart has been identified but hasn't been charged just yet. Deputies say they are still looking into the case. He was wanted after a girl's mother told deputies about the incident while they were out shopping. The mother also says she confronted the man about it and even told store employees. News 12 on your side today if you want to learn more about how to be safe in your place of worship. The Richmond County Sheriff's Office in North Augusta Public Safety are hosting a free church security conference this evening. There will be gun safety and self-defense trainers there. That's at 7 at the Hammond Grove Word Power Ministry on West 5 Notch Road. They think it could be a missing piece that's connected to the death of nearly 300 people. What investigators are doing today to get more clues into Malaysian Airlines flight MH370.
Well, it looks like we're going to see some heat and humidity, also looking at temperatures that will be moving closer and closer to the upper 90s, maybe triple digits. A few showers are off to the east, but we're going to keep 90s around for the next several days and forecast much more next.
You're watching News 12 Midday with Danielle Hughes and meteorologist Tim Strong. News 12 on your side, hour by hour forecast.
Well, a little bit of activity in some parts of the CSRA here at midday. Welcome back. Mainly, it's just been clouds, and now that we're into midday, more sunshine breaking out, but it is very muggy and starting to get hotter outside. Around Aiken County, SRS 125 kind of cutting through the plant there. We're finding some showers that kind of just hanging tight, but as far as any more intensity, most of it down around and outside of Screven County and kind of headed north to northeast at times. So Bamberg County, Allendale County, we've actually had some consistent rains since early this morning. Severe weather threat, certainly not much of an issue at all. Anywhere from Atlanta westward, hardly any mention. And even though there is kind of just a general thunderstorm mention here, it doesn't really look like it's going to be a widespread event for rainfall for much of the southeast for the first half of the week. A lot of heat and humidity though, but of course we do have some of those isolated showers that have been developing. Let's go out to Washington and Berkman's Road with the Live Eye Windsor cam. Feels like 92 outside with 86 degrees your official temp. Sun and clouds mixing in. Dew points in the 70s right now in town. But notice the heat trend only continuing to go higher and higher through Wednesday. More kids back into school with the threat of that 100-degree mark. And certainly the heat index is easily going to be reaching over the triple-digit mark. Average high of 93. Unfortunately, we don't see that at all. Maybe the weekend provides a drop into the low 90s. Here now it's 70s and 80s, and that's just due to the effect of rain from Barnwell and Bamberg counties. 81 Allendale, 86, and then we get into about the middle and upper 80s. But nothing that's too oppressive outside. We've just been covered from weeks on end of middle 90s at about this time. Now, heat index does look a little bit more uncomfortable down south. Sylvania at 97, 95 for Swainsboro, and of course the mid and upper 90 pockets of the heat indices up there around Wilkes County and Tulliver County. But lots of moisture nonetheless. We do have dew points up there into the 70s. Easy to see the moisture being fed. Certainly off the coast here of Florida and the Gulf Coast, that low down there tracking rain, and goes all the way back across the Louisiana Gulf Coast. But area of high pressure has really just been locked in here and will continue to migrate a little further eastward. Arkansas, Tennessee, bone dry there. It's just mainly the East Coast that we're finding the rain showers kind of heading a little bit further away from town. Be nice for it to spread a little bit further west, get into the metro, come into some areas that kind of turning up the drought situation just a little bit more as we've gone over these past few weeks with hardly any rainfall. Well, we'll just kind of see a few meandering showers the rest of the day in the eastern counties. Otherwise, from Augusta on westward, we're dry. 70s overnight lows down to clear, partly cloudy skies early Tuesday morning, and then kind of keeping that low that's off the coast, feeding moisture mainly in areas of the Carolinas and Florida. Here's midday tomorrow in the low mid 90s. Going to be another hot day. The temps going up to about 97, 98 degrees in a few spots, with really out the help of rainfall to cool things down. And maybe a few scattered clouds all the way through late Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon. The temps right back up there. And as we mentioned, we could be getting right there around 100 degrees as more and more kids are going back to school. So you're definitely going to have that AC running full all the way through the middle part of the week. 96 degrees today. Again, just that threat for some showers in the eastern counties. 98 to almost 100 on Wednesday. Then we see the chance for rain creeping in there. Not the best chance, but it's there at 20 to 30%. Middle 90s, 92, 91 with the drop under average as we head on into the upcoming weekend. Danielle?
All right, Tim, looking forward to that. A man already close to the Oval Office may want to get even closer. How soon Joe Biden could announce his decision to run for president. French investigators are meeting with a judge this morning to discuss the possible piece of wreckage from missing Malaysia Flight 370. Jonathan Vigliotti reports from Island of Reunion, where the partial wing was found.
The local beach cleaning crew that found a flap around last Wednesday was back this morning looking for more debris. There was, for a moment, hope yesterday that what police put in these silver cases were more pieces of an airplane. Instead, they were just parts of a rusty ladder. Reunion's East Coast is still open to the public, and locals have come here to help find more clues.
Maybe we can discover more details and what happened about the plane.
But on a beach where every washed up bit of weathered debris could belong to anything, separating trash from hard evidence is difficult. The main piece of evidence, that fragment of wing, arrived on mainland France on Saturday for an investigation that is set to begin on Wednesday. Boeing officials confirm it is a piece of wing from one of their 777s. MH370 is the only missing 777 in the world. There is hope the island will unlock the mystery of what happened to MH370 and the 239 people who vanished without a trace 16 months ago. Malaysian crews arrived here on the island of Reunion on Saturday. They are now asking other territories to bring backup. Jonathan Vigliotti, CBS News, Reunion.
French investigators are expected to begin the formal examination of the partial wing today to confirm if it came from that missing flight. More buzz from election Team 12 surrounding another potential presidential candidate. A man already close to the White House is thinking about giving it a go for the Oval Office in 2016. Vice President Joe Biden is expected to make an official decision sometime this month. If Biden did run and get elected, he would be the oldest president to take office at age 74. Authorities in New Mexico say they still don't know who was responsible for setting off a bomb outside of 2 churches this weekend. It happened last night in Las Cruces. Luckily, no one was injured or killed in the blast, but both buildings were damaged.
Your intention was to bring fear to those who worship. You have failed.
Martinez also said the person responsible was a coward for placing explosive near a church and that they will be caught.
Coming up next on Eating Well with Kim, the topic, keep cool summer cooking.
Yes, and we have a quinoa salad fiesta bowl coming up after the break.
Well, welcome back. We're going to be doing things about keeping cool, summer cooking. It's going to be delicious right here. And the recipe today is a quinoa salad fiesta bowl. Of course, Kim, heating up the kitchen during the dog days of summer doesn't seem to be the typical thing you always want to do, right?
That is definitely true. So when the heat is turned up outside, cooking and eating healthy can really be on the back burner. But it's great to keep a few cool recipes on hand to use when it is blistering outside.
All right, now some of the ingredients we're going to talk about here today are a lot of just throw together ingredients. It's not that tough.
Right.
Let's talk about them.
That's the idea.
Good.
We're keeping it simple. So we do have some corn going on. We've got some lime juice as well as extra virgin olive oil, some chili powder, cumin, and oregano, as well as some salt and pepper. We're also using a little zucchini that seems to be available this time of the year, some black beans, tomatoes, scallions, queso fresco, which is a Mexican crumbling cheese, and a little cilantro.
All right, and kind of going back to the whole temperature thing, it's August. The average highs are usually still in the 90s, unfortunately, and we're sweating it out. It gives you kind of plenty of reason not to heat up the kitchen.
Right, that's exactly right. So really that's what makes the microwave such a valuable kitchen tool.
Absolutely.
So in today's recipe, we're actually going to cook both the quinoa and the corn on the cob in the microwave. And I love doing corn that way. It's quite effortless.
Yeah, I've never really done that before.
Yeah, it's real simple. So I'll show you how you do it.
Okay.
Basically, you peel some of the husk back.
Yes.
Okay. And then, like I've already done this one. And then you're going to keep some of the husk on the corn.
Right.
And for 2 ears, I usually microwave it about 4 to 5 minutes. And I might check on it and rotate it about halfway through.
Right.
And then you have to let it cool a little because it comes out hot.
Okay.
And then you peel back the husk and the silks come right off. And that's the part about it that I really like.
That's the annoying part for probably most everybody about corn.
So once that's done, then you'll also do the same thing to your pouch of quinoa and rice blend.
Okay.
And use the zucchini, just chop that up raw, put it right in there.
Good.
But while everything is cooking in the microwave, you'll just go ahead and make your dressing, which is lime juice and olive oil. And all my seasonings are in this bowl. I've got oregano, salt, pepper, chili powder,
You got the good
cumin.
ones in there.
Yeah. And then you're going to pour that down, of course, over top of the quinoa mixture
Okay.
to make the salad.
Sure.
And then you would turn it into a grain bowl. This is enough for 2.
Well, or 1.
Or 1.
However hungry you are.
But we're gonna build it on a plate so you can kind of see what it looks like.
Yeah.
And of course you can alter your toppings if you want. So go ahead. Yeah, you would use half those, or you know, if you're you might use them all.
What are you trying
Some
to tell?
of the beans down over top of that. Corn.
Corn's always a plus. You got to get a lot of corn.
All right, get a lot of corn.
Yeah,
Okay.
I made a mess.
Cheese.
Okay.
Yeah. And then yum, you're just about ready to eat.
Scallions, and of course, get that cilantro on
Yeah,
there.
and doesn't that look beautiful?
I love it.
Yeah,
It's
no time.
great. Enjoy it.
Until next time, eat well, live well.
And this week's gift card winner is Alice Smith from Grovetown. And if you ever miss a segment or need a recipe, go to our website. That's WRDW.com. Click Eating Well with Kim. On News 12, first at 5, continuing coverage of a car found in Keg Creek. One person found dead already, and the Columbia County dive team searching for a second person. And on News at 6, parents and students are meeting their teachers today before the first day of classes. But are Richmond County schools ready for the school bell to ring?
Well, rest of the day we're finding showers still kind of spread out in a few of the easternmost counties, Barnwell, Allendale, Bamberg County, and maybe southern Jenkins County, or Screven County, I should say. Rest of the day, though, is going to be hot for the most part. Into the 90s we go, and a lot of the week is covered with mid to upper 90s and very little opportunities for rainfall. So that's good news that somebody's getting some now.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Yes. A video now gone viral online of an interesting run-in with a skunk for one police officer in Michigan. Take a look at this. This little baby skunk is running around helplessly in circles until one officer notices his head is actually stuck in a yogurt container. So cute.
That's
to
a funny
protect and
watch
serve.
right there. You
Hey,
got it.
join us back here at News First at 5.